Good morning, everyone. Today we will be discussing about audio information and media. So, in the previous lesson, you have learned that visual materials, programs, applications, and the like that teachers and students use to formulate new information to aid learning through the use, analysis, evaluation, and production of visual images. And 40% of people will respond better to visual information than plain text. As explained in the previous discussion, primary purpose of visual information is to gain attention, create meaning, and facilitate retention. But before we proceed to the next topic, let's try to evaluate how much you know about audio information media. Hearing is the act of perceiving sound by the ear, while listening requires concentration so that your brain processes meaning from words and sentences. Listening leads to learning, so hearing is accidental, involuntary, and effortless, while listening is you have to be focused, voluntary, and intentional. So the benefits of listening. Listening should not be taken for granted. Before the invention of writing, people conveyed virtually all knowledge through some combination of showing and telling. Elders recited tribal histories to attentive audiences. Listeners received religious teachings enthusiastically. Myths, legends, folk tales, and stories for entertainment survived only because audiences were eager to listen. Nowadays, however, you can gain information and entertainment through reading and electronic recordings rather than through real-time listening. So the design principle and elements. So the characteristics and purposes of sound. Volume is the intensity of a sound. Tone is the audible characteristic of a sound. Pitch is how high or low a sound is. Loudness refers to the magnitude of the sound heard. Purposes of a sound. Give instruction or information. Provide feedback. Personalize or customize.
The elements of sound design. Dialogue. Speech, conversation, and voice off. Second, sound effects. Any sound other than music or dialogue. Third, music. Vocal or instrumental sounds, or both, combined in such a way to produce beauty of form, harmony, and expression of it. Principle of sound design. Number one is mixing. The combination, balance, and control of multiple sound waves. Second, pace. Time control, editing, order of events like linear, non-linear, or multi. Third, stereo imaging. Using left and right channel contact. This refers to the aspect of sound recording and reproduction. Fourth, the transition. How you get from one segment or element to another. Types of transitions. Segue. One element stops, the next begins, like cut. Second, the crossfade. One element fades out, the next fades in, and they overlap on the way. Third is the B fade. First element fades to inaudible before the second element. Fourth, fade to black. B fade with some silence between elements. Fifth, effects. And the sixth, imaging, using left and right channel order.